This is Scoop and CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MCA Global. You know, when he popped up on the screen, I was like, for just a split second, I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, just genuinely thought, I wasn't expecting it, even though I know you had your haircut.
Yeah, even like I've not had my head shaved for a long time, so when I catch myself, I think, oh god, I used to look a lot better than this, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Like, put your head, like, you're a bit up, like your chin's a bit up. Just put, that's the sexy look. There we go.
Yeah, it's all right. Like I've just said, back in 2002, innit? So don't mind.
18 years ago, fucking.
Yeah,
How have you been?
yeah, not bad here.
Surviving, alive. So, what more do
Yeah,
you want in life?
we're near the end. We're near the end of it all now. So boxing's back and normality is upon us. So
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, just kind of every couple of weeks catch up with yourself and let me know. You've been quite active on social media recently as well.
right, I do Fight Connect TV every Friday night. You know, I do that. I do. I don't know. You know, I just try and entertain, don't I? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. But try our best.
Now, first of all, obviously Eddie announced his fight plans for August the 1st, running through for 4 consecutive weeks.
Yep.
So you're not on those plans. So has he spoken to you? Oh, I don't know. You smiled there. I don't know. I'm assuming you're not on those plans because
Yeah.
I would imagine that you would have been announced on them plans, but no conversations to go on any of those 4 shows.
Well, there's 5 fights per show.
Hmm.
There's 19 fights being announced.
Right.
You know, I think there's 1 slot left on the pay-per-view card. So, you know, I'm not saying it will be me. I don't know. I'm just saying there's a distinct possibility it could be me.
Okay. So there has been talks of you featuring on one of these shows.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, me and you, Fury is a possibility, I think. And I've not spoken to Eddie because I don't speak to Eddie anymore about stuff like that because, like, I've got management now.
All
So
professional now. You're all professional now.
I've got management now. So yeah, but it's a possibility I may box. I'm not saying I will for definite. It's not up to me, but if they want me on the card, I'll box on the card. So I've let them know that. Basically, I said, look, if I want to box on the card, I was offered to fight on the card. Fuck it, you know what? Fuck it, innit? I was offered to fight on the card. I was offered a certain amount of money to box on the card, yeah. And I said, this was the other night. It was only a couple of nights ago. I wasn't even thinking about boxing the card. I didn't think I was going to be on. Because I was looking forward to the announcements and stuff. And I thought, oh, it'd be great. It was on. So I was waiting anyway. The day before those announcements were made, I got a text saying, oh, you're going to fight Hughie Fury. And so how much is it? Tell me how much it was. I said, no, I don't want to fight for that at all, no. So I said, no, I'm not fighting for that. Anyway, so I said, no, I'm not fighting for that. About 12 hours went by, and I thought, you know what? I do want to fight. I don't give a fuck what I'm getting paid. Don't matter. If I'm worth £1 million or 10 pence, I'm still going to do the same man. Still going to do the same things. Still going to wear the same clothes and do the same whatever. So I got in touch with him, went to UK. I said, look, get that fight made. I said, look, get the money nearer to where I think it should be. It ain't going to be anywhere near what it should have been. But I said, look, I don't give a fuck. I said, do whatever. I said, I want to box. I'm not bothered. What else am I going to do? I live one time. I want to fight. You know what? More than want to fight. I want something to aim for. I need something in my life to fucking keep me on the straight and narrow, you know. Boxing's out. So anyway, so where we're at right now is I just said, look, I said, get the fight made. So it's 7 weeks where I'm half fit already, you know. I'm half fit already, so I'll be ready to go.
So in summary, there is a small possibility that you and Hughie could feature on that card. A small possibility right now.
Well, I've told him. I said, look, I just spoke to Jamie now. I said, look, I wanted it. I wanted it. I said, look, I'm not even bothered about the money that I suppose. I don't even want that. I said, look, I want that. I said, I want this figure. That's fair. I said I could get a lot. He said, well, yeah, but people they keep saying, well, if you ever the crowds come back, you get double that. So I don't give a fuck about double that.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I'm not bothered. So I want a box. So if it happens, it happens. Maybe it's too late, and I should have said yeah the other day, but I didn't. And do you know what I mean?
So that's
a
little bit of a waiting game now. But either way, you're going to find that relatively soon. Like I said, it's not that far away, is it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. It comes down to a lot of people. It's all right me saying that, but I want a box. And like we did the thing with Hughie Fury before. I like Hughie Fury. I like him. He's a lovely kid. I respect his dad. The whole family I get on with. Like, it's not a personal thing. I want a box. And if it's not against him, it's against someone else. So be it. I'm not really bothered. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not arsed. I could have waited for crowds and boxed for 2 times or 3 times as much.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want a box. And I'm not bored. I'm fucking... I've shaved my head, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing very well. I need something to focus on. So I'm hopeful it happens, you know. So well, I hope so.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, that card's looking strong as it is with.
Great, yeah. They all like all the cards are, yeah.
Yeah, but that one in particular with Kuzman and Bacoli and hopefully Serrano and Taylor, White and Beck, yourself and Hughie. That's a very fucking good card.
I do say myself. I think it is. I think all the cards are great. I think all the cards.
He put together some good cards. Great.
I think they're the best cards he's done for years. Done all of them.
There's a lot of domestic interest in it as well, isn't there?
Well, that's the great. You know what? Like, I won't say it because I've said things in the past, as you know, that's got me in trouble.
It's like I've pay-per-view shows before.
Yeah, I said. I remember once, 2016. I was boxed Dylan White, and a couple of months after I boxed Dylan White on the card, Eddie was following me on Twitter and that at the time, and I was on Twitter every Saturday night going, "This show's fucking bollocks." I said, "Fuck me, Eddie. What's he putting on it?" Anyway, he unfollowed me. He only followed me back after I watched Luis Ortiz. And I was seeing even more recently slagging things off. But that's just my way. I can't help it. I just say what's the truth. It's true. I have to say it. But these cards are really, really good. Clay Congo, like you say, Katie Taylor. Cousin and Bacol is a great fight. And the other 3 cards are brilliant as well. Like you likes of Tennyson and Gwynn and Cheeseman Egginton. I think they're really good cards, to be honest. So I'd love to be involved.
We should see what happens. Have you been keeping up to date with Fury and Dylan White?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure anymore, but I see it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Loaded over the last 24, 48 hours. It's just they've been back and forth this morning, all day yesterday.
You know what? A lot of people are interested in that stuff, but you know what I think when I see it? The only thing that I think is it's nothing to fucking do with me. I don't care. Just don't care. It's not my business. It's not my life. They can do what they want to do. Got a respect for both of them, but...
What about the fight, though? I know listen, we know what they've been saying to each other, so that's what it is. But that as a fight, which is a possibility to happen considering Dylan White's WBC situation. So it's not a far-fetched fight. It could happen. No. What do you think of the fight?
I think, for me, Joshua Fury is the only fight I really care about at the minute in the heavyweight division. I don't think it's going to happen.
What?
Well, I don't think Fury Joshua is going to happen anytime soon.
Anytime soon or not at all?
I just don't think it'll happen anytime at all, ever. I just don't think it will. Dylan White, yeah, so if Joshua Fury's not going to happen, Dylan White, what is he rated now? The 4th best heavyweight in the world, isn't he? So why not? Fury White would sell. I know it'd sell for definite. You know, I think Tyson's a big favourite in the fight, obviously. He's the champion. But why not? I seen something from Tony Bellew the other day, and he was like Wilder and White and Fury Joshua, and they're the fights that make sense, in my opinion. If I want to see Dylan White fight anyone, it'd be on Deontay Wilder. That's the fight I want to see Dylan White in. White and Wilder, yeah. And if you could get Fury Joshua and then the winners of the 2 box off, but we don't live in an ideal world, do we? Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, my fucking hair would be back, and I wouldn't be fucking on my living room floor. Do you know what I mean?
Any combination of any of them fighters, though, it's a great fight, isn't it? Wilder,
but they're all great fights. They're all great fights. Throw Andy Ruiz in the mix as well.
Throw yourself in the mix as well, Dave.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? So, no, well, they're all great fights. There's so many great heavyweights about at the minute. It's a great time. And at the minute, you know what? I'm getting to a point now where I'm feeling old because I'm getting nostalgic. Yeah, I'm watching football the other day. I think it might have been Arsenal Southampton. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you're an Arsenal fan, so I'm watching Arsenal. Yeah, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, used to be fucking Vieira, Petit,
I know.
you know, Henry. Who are these? And I didn't know even where. And I was just thinking, oh, it was so much better 15 years ago. And I was just thinking 20, 30 years' time, we'll look back and we'll go, you know what, it was a great time for heavyweight boxing. There was Tyson Fury, Joshua Wilder, Ruiz, look at all these great fighters. You know, the way that we look back at the 70s now and the 80s, not so much the 80s, I guess, but the 70s, I think, is a great time. It's a great era for the heavyweight division. So in answer to your first question, Fury White, yeah, you make Fury a favourite, obviously, because I think Fury's number one, but I'd watch it, yeah. I'd definitely watch it.
Well, it's kept everyone on social media entertained, shall we say, for the last couple of days, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't really see it anymore. The only time I see it is if my mates WhatsApp me it.
Are you on Twitter?
I've not been on Twitter for about 6 months.
So you don't even have an account running on Twitter?
No, I don't care. I was on Twitter and I had a mate that used to go on there who like give me abuse and like send me their address and all the details. Like that was his job. I can't remember what he does now. I'd probably best not say. And I thought, and I went to the end. I just thought, you know what? So I just came off there. I thought, I don't need this. Don't need the temptation in my life. So I go on Instagram now. I go on Instagram. I don't make comment about anybody. I just I've got to a point in my life now where I want to be selfish. I'm just trying to be happy with myself. And that's fucking hard enough. Never mind when you're juggling other people's shit about and sticking your nose in other shit. So I don't really care what anyone else gets up to anymore. That's the point I'm at now. I care for about 7 people in the world, and the rest of them I just think, you know what, I don't wish you any bad, but get on with your own shit, innit? I'm not interested.
Well, I will ask you about some news that came out last night. Feel free to.
Oh, God.
But it is a pretty big talking point that Jarrell Miller has reportedly, I will say, because I don't know all the full facts about it, has failed another drug test. But
you know the man the first time when he failed for the first one with Joshua, yeah? He should have been banned forever. He should have been banned from anything. He should never be allowed to do anything. He should go on house arrest forever for stupidity. He threw away about £5 million for the Joshua fight, yeah? So that's just, for me, that's just stupidity of the highest order. I've never known stupidity like it. To then get a second chance to box after failing a drug test for 3 different substances, yeah? He gets to come back and box again. And not only just come back and box again, there's people like Liam Cameron got 4 years.
Liam Cameron.
He's got 4 years for coke, yeah? Whether he did it or not, I don't give a fuck, because a lot of them are at it anyway, so who cares anyway? But he gets 4 years for that, yeah? And him over there gets a chance to fight for millions and millions. Fails for 3 substances, yeah? We all know he's been doing it all his career. You know what I mean? What, he started taking it for the Joshua fight? Obviously not. All his career is fucking based on fucking bullshit, lies and cheating, yeah? So anyway, so he gets a 6-month ban or a year ban at most, a year maybe. Not even a year, obviously, because it was April, May. But in July, maybe a year, 6 months. He gets a 6-month or a year ban for 3 substances that are capable that he can kill somebody on them. And like Liam Cameron get 4 years for fucking bit of fucking whatever, recreational fucking drug. It's bullshit. Boxing's a load of bollocks. Do you know what I mean? And that's why when they offered me this fight, I just think, yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. Yeah, well, why not? I'll fucking try my bollocks out for it, but I don't fucking care. People say, don't be world champion. What, world champion at what? At boxing? It's the most corrupt sport in the fucking world. He should never have a chance to ever box again. He's come back and failed another test. What if he gets a chance to ever box again? What's the point? What's the point? He's not the only one. He's not the only one by a long stretch. But he's the fucking... I don't even have the words for him. He's the one getting caught doing it. You know what I mean? And even if whatever the second one, it don't matter. People go, oh well, it's not a definite. The first one's a definite. With 3 failed tests the first time, and that's what irritates me. Go, oh, Dave Allen, he's shitting, he's this and that. Never took no fucking, never failed no drug test. Never took no drug in my life. You know what I mean? And he gets credit for being like you happers and you whack. What's it? What? So he started taking all these substances just for the Joshua fight and got caught. No, he never. He's been at it all along, and a lot of them are at it. And I watch them, and I know when they're on it. Jarrell Miller, £320, doing 10 rounds like it's nothing. Is he insulting my intelligence? That's why I get irritated, and that's why my love for boxing just fucking at this point is fucking near zero. Which is why with Danny, when he was doing the amateur boxing, I enjoyed it so much because they're all fucking on a level playing field. It's just young kids trying the best, and it's enjoyable. But when they're doing what they're doing, it's a fucking disgrace. And I've been in with a lot. I've been in with a few of them as well. And my tongue's fucked and all the rest of it. And I just think, well, and I just sit back now and I think, well, it's fucking worth it. I don't know.
I mean, you make a point there that obviously this reported news came out about Jarrell Miller yesterday, but it's not specific to Miller. It's across the board, isn't it? With a lot of fighters where there's issues that. And it always seems to be a grey area. Like I said, the Liam Cameron thing, and I interviewed Liam Cameron a couple of weeks ago. And when he told Liam Cameron's story, we think he was given 4 years for allegedly, and I'll say that because I don't think he did, taking cocaine, 4 years.
Bullshit, and I'll tell you why it's shit and all. You know what? A lot of people say to me, oh, well, so-and-so, your mate failed the drug test. And I go, yeah, well, he shouldn't box again either. But I'm not gonna, you know, Jarrell Miller. Like, I don't know Jarrell Miller, but it's just there. And you know what? If you were from fucking Sheffield or from Donny, you know what I mean? I'd probably, would I say anything? I'd probably just shake my head and just think fucking wrong. Do you know what I mean? But he's setting a bad example. The fact that I don't know who's allowing him to box again, whether it's the New York Commission or fucking Las Vegas or wherever, but. They're setting a very bad precedent to say, you know what, Jarrell Miller failed the 3 substances before a world heavyweight title fight at Madison Square Garden, yet he gets a 1 year ban. That ain't a deterrent, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure of the actual length of ban or suspension he got. I'm not too sure what specifically it was. I think he was possibly suspended by one of the commissioners, but I'm not sure about the exact details of like.
There's no deterrent though. Where's the deterrent? What is it? I look at it, you know, these fight camp things. Like, I think I'm not sure which. I'm not going to say 'cause I'm not sure which drug testing body it was, but the WBC I think put out there will be no drug testing during this time. It's like, all right then, sound.
I think there was something about UCAD that put something out. I think you put something out regarding drug testing during the coronavirus period.
Sometimes I just think, what's the point in boxing? And the more I get involved, the more fights I've had, and the more stuff comes out after fights I've had, and more ex-opponents fail tests and stuff. You just think, what am I fucking doing? But then I also think it's how I make my living. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'd be world champion if everyone were clean, but it's just fucking. Someone's going to die soon, eventually. Could have been Jerry Forrest boxing Jarrell Miller on July 9th. He wouldn't have been caught just now. Could have been him. And then maybe they don't. Oh, you know what, Joe? We'll have to give you a lifetime ban this time, mate. Do you know what I mean? But could have killed Anthony Joshua last year on 3 substances. And then be like, oh, we'll have to give you a lifetime ban now. Then maybe we'll have to take drugs in combat sports seriously, because they ain't taking it seriously now. Not by a long stretch. It's and you know what? And as human nature, we forget things very quickly. We move on to the next bit of news very quickly. Always gets swept under the carpet. Jarrell Miller was coming back July 9th, and I've not really heard anything about it. Didn't know much about it. He was going to box again. He'd have picked up a few wins, and he'd have been back in the short window. And he was infamous, so he would have got a world title fight on the back of being a drug cheat. And that's what's wrong with the sport. That's what puts me off the sport, and it's what puts me off fucking living in general. We're just in a fucking world full of fucking. I don't even know what I'd call them, but and everything I'm saying is true. A lot of people say, "Oh, this and that," but what I'm saying is correct, and it is what it is. But I can't change it. So I might as well just keep fucking boxing, keep boxing, drug cheats and whatever else, because what difference it makes?
I don't think the situation for the immediate future will ever get better, to be honest with you.
There's so much money involved.
It's not specific to this. We're talking about Jarrell right now, but it is happening more and more frequent. And until there is something like a lifetime ban or something, that's the only way people will end up getting the message, isn't it, really?
Yeah, you know, like you just said, Liam Cameron, good fighter that he is, but he's not a big name. He's not a world champion. So there's an example of someone that no one gives a fuck about, to be honest. And I like Liam Cameron, good fighter, but in the grand scheme of things, who gives a fuck? Get one of these top fighters. When Canelo got his 6-month ban or whatever it was, give him a lifetime ban. People will fucking stand by.
I think that's
a 4-year ban.
I think that's half their issue, isn't it? It's the inconsistency throughout, whether it's here or in America. There isn't one. It is one rule for one and one rule for another across the board. Because if you look at everyone who's failed tests, come back, blah blah blah, all their lengths of bans have all been inconsistent. There is that is a massive grey area there.
Yeah, I'm not being funny. Like that Informed Sport. I can have this protein shake because it's got Informed Sport on it. Yeah, it's not difficult to not fail a test, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? When I have anything like protein, anything, I do all the research, send all the messages, I give my sister all the things. I check. People that cheating, like you can't make the mistake. I used to do things, stuff like this.
There are people out there that, you know, that have supplements that they've been taken unknowingly, but it is difficult to kind of then separate who. Then it comes down to a case of who do you believe and who you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you believe. Oh well, he's my mate, so I believe him. He's from another country, so fuck him. Do you know what I mean? Like Joe Miller, like, well, fuck him from America.
It's impossible to tell fully. There has been situations where
corrupt as fuck. I watched Marion Jones documentary the other day. The 100-meter sprinter from back in the day, she was a superstar. Failed a drug test. 7 of the 10 fastest 100-meter runs of all time, all found out to be on drugs. I don't know enough about the facts to go on and on about it with facts, and I can't sit here and bore you with all this science. But what I can tell you is, it's rife, and it ain't gonna stop. And people like me, the fighters like me that are clean, will never get to the top, even if it was good enough. I wouldn't say I was good enough, even for whatever. Everyone was clean. I'm not saying that's the reason why I'm not, but we're never gonna get to the top. And even if we're not, at the same time, for people like me who can't make a living doing anything else, we'll just have to continue to do it and just take the brunt of it, you know. So, is what it is. I don't even moan about it anymore. I haven't moaned about it for 20 minutes just then. But fuck it.
I don't about it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I don't even give it much thought anymore. I just assume that the fucking 90% of high level fighters are at it, and that is what it is. And I just think I wouldn't take a drug for £1 million. You won't catch me taking it, and you won't, just because me dad would fucking be disgusted in me, and I don't even take fucking paracetamol, to be honest.
So, as in regards to what we were talking about at the start, when will you know if you're on or off, basically?
Well, I'm ready to go whenever.
But is there a deadline, like you'll know by next Wednesday, or you'll know by next?
I don't know. I don't know. All I said was they offered that fight, yeah, and I just said, at first I said no, it's not enough, and then I just sat there and I just thought, why I boxed Luis Ortiz and I took $9,000 down. Why am I fucking haggling over fucking money? I want to be treated fairly, and if they get up to an amount that I said, well, you know what, it ain't what I was told I would get, or it ain't whatever, but it's behind closed doors, the money might not be there. I'll take this, that's fine, and just get on with it. I ain't skint to the point where I don't need to box, but I don't need to box financially, but I need to box because I need something to fucking keep me nice and boxing's medication to me. I need it. I need something just to fucking take the edge off a bit. So I hope to box, yeah. And yeah, you Fury, if it is that fight, be very, very hard work. I think he's a very good fight. I think he's underrated by most. It's because he's not the most exciting, but he's good at what he does, and it'll be very hard work. So, but I look forward to the challenge. I will be extremely fit in 7 weeks' time, and if I'm good enough, I'll win. If I'm not, I'm not. And if I lose, as I just said on the phone then to Jamie, I'll lose. We're back in the gym 2 days later. We'll keep going. I want to keep going until I'm 30. Win, lose or draw. I said I've lost fucking 5. Who gives a fuck? Everyone thinks I'm shit anyway. So what's the fucking danger? Don't really care. Let's just fucking do it because I want to fight.
I don't like listening to you talk about yourself like that. Not everyone thinks of shit.
No, but a large majority do, and I'm not bothered. I am what I am. When all said and done, people say that Dave Allen, you fucking fought everybody, and that'll make me very happy. And that's what we'll do. Continue to do that till the end.
Okay, Mr. Allen, thank you very much for your time this Sunday afternoon, where it's today raining here in the south. I don't know what it's like up where you are.
It's all right. It's quite nice, to be fair. Fresh.
But hopefully we get some news on your next date in the next week or so, and we'll have another catch-up when it's due.
Yeah, well, any news comes through, you will be in the first 7 people to know.
What, like the 7th person?
Well,
4th?
Well, do I count as knowing?
No.
You'll be one of the first 7 people to get the news off me.
Yes, I want to watch that voice note.
Yeah, you get one of my voice notes. Yeah, you get one of them.
Yeah, we'll catch up with you in the week anyway. I hope it works out for you for fighting in August, hopefully.
Well, like I said, you'll be the first to know. I'm very confident it'll happen.
Okay.
And I want it to happen. I want it to happen. I could wait till October and get paid 3 times more or something, but I don't give a fuck. Let's just do it. I want to do it. I need to do it. I need something in my life right now.
Keep yourself well, and keep yourself well. Keep yourself happy, and we'll definitely catch up. Hopefully in the next week or so.
Well, hopefully I'll WhatsApp you next 24 hours.
Yeah. All right. Let me just put Dave Allen White Rhino alert on the song.
Right, cool.
All right, thanks. David, we'll catch up soon. Thanks, mate.
All right, mate.
All right.
Bye, mate. Bye-bye.